Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to another video Devar Torah. This week, we read the 10 commandments, and in them is the commandment of Kibbud Av V'Em, respecting your parents. Now, how many parents have said to their children, you have to do this for me because it's respecting me? This is a mitzvah. You have to go into the family business because it is your duty, because that's Kibbud Av V'Em. You have to go to medical school or law school or whatever life choice because of Kibbud Av V'Em. That may not actually be the correct way to interpret that commandment. There's a very interesting case that comes from the medieval period, Rabbi Yosef of Cologne, who was asked, can a parent demand, based on Kibbud Av V'Em, that his child or her child marry a certain individual? And Rabbi Yosef of Cologne decreed unequivocally, that is not part of Kibbud Av V'Em. That's not part of respecting your parents. That the obligation of Kibbud Av V'Em ends where the child's independent life begins. A parent can say, I need help, I need support, I need you to take me to the doctor, I need you to pick up my groceries, I need you to fix my air conditioner. Those are all things that a parent can demand based on Kibbud Av V'Em, because those are in the parent's interest. But you can't demand that your child marry a certain individual. There is a bit of a middle ground on all of this, though. Shouldn't let the relationship between the parent and the child completely miss the fact that they are integrated. So there are later poskim who say that if a child is going to make decisions against his best interest, or perhaps even against the family's values, then the parent might have more to say about it. Let's just say, for example, a child said to his parent, I want to open up a vape shop. I want to open up a payday lending operation. Those things are really somewhat suspect. They may be prohibited for other reasons under Jewish law. And when that happens, when the family's values become open and suspect, the parent's reputation comes into effect, which is admittedly a bit of a difficult area. Well, in those scenarios, maybe the issue of Kibbud Av V'Em becomes a little bit more relevant. Although, to be fair, it's probably not just an issue of respecting your parents. At that point, it's a little bit more an issue of being a good friend, that really, you don't want to be that kind of person. You don't want to be the person who sells vape products to young individuals to destroy their lungs. Those really cut to more fundamental issues. In the end of the day, the parent has to be invested in the growth of the child. And the growth of the child only happens when the child is afforded a certain measure of independence. You can't choose the child's spouse because that has to be the child's life. The child, now an adult, needs to be able to make their own decisions. And the halakha supports that. It just says you have to respect your parents. You have to take care of them. That's really the essence of the mitzvah of Kibbud Av V'Em. The mitzvah of furthering a healthy life, a productive relationship, living according to a set of principles and values that are outlined by the Torah, well, that's shared really by everyone. It's not something that a parent and child can forget. And let's face it, to the children listening to this, you are your parents' future. You are the sum total of the efforts of their lives. It's worthwhile thinking about how you carry on your family's legacy, how you carry on your family's values, how those values that have been shepherded for 3,500 years are now in your hands. It may not be Kibbud Av V'Em, but it certainly is a sense of gratitude, sense of responsibility that you owe to your parents. Shabbat Shalom.